2 weeks ago, I got up from dinner, opened the hall door, and it smelled smoke. Gunpowder, more like. A frantic unplugging and checking my computer showed blackening, as you can see here, on the power supply. I didn't realize how bad it was until I got the replacement power supply, took it out, and that's when I realized that when it had gone off, the flames had stretched about 3 inches to toast the back of the DVD drive. Of course, it's not the first thing, but anyway, a few days back I finally decided that it was time to remodel good old Castle Eccles, particularly on the ground floor. You might notice something at the back. First off, I've replaced the huge sprawling spiral staircases with a more compact spiral staircase. I'm not happy with it. I think I'm going to replace the fence post in the middle with, what do I call that thing? Oh yeah, probably smelt some glass blocks. So I'm going to finish the work. And you might also notice in the back that I'm setting up trade signs. And what trade signs? I've always been rather fond of... It's probably a terrible waste of axe to use it to chop up carpet. But then again, anybody who's torn up carpet knows just how heavy that stuff is. I've actually sold some carpet on Trade-Me recently for my parents, because they've decided that it's time to replace the carpet. Pick up all your rubbish. Saves me having to make more. So now I know what I do at nights. There we go, all cleaned up nicely. So what am I selling here? Well, if I would stop moving around to admire my spiral staircase work, which still has a long way to go, obviously, and I've moved some of the paintings around, but I've just had an idea, so I'm just going to get that painting off. We're going to knock it off. We're going to knock them off. So what we'll do is I'll just put a block of dirt here, and happy smiley facey there, and yeah, that's perfect. That looks good. That looks nice. We don't need that sign anymore. Crunch pop. I'm going to have to move that. Yeah, it's going to look strange if I don't. So yeah, that's about right. Dirt, please. Here's the dirty dirt. I might go out later on, just for a bit of a walk. But you might notice I've created some trade signs for ender chests and obsidian. We'll have a look at those later on, I think, if I remember correctly. So where am I going to go? Where am I going to go? You can tell I'm trying to think desperately in here, and it's hurting. So that actually looks pretty good. Very nice. Okay. No, I don't need those. Put that away. But I will need my bow. Is it just me, or is it raining? Could be raining. I think it's kind of neat, you know. A god steps in to leave me a sign about how wonderful I am. No, it could just be death. I actually really like these shaders. I mean, okay, sometimes they do really bog down the... Yeah, there's a lot of folk out there. Should go and be friendly. Say hello, folk. Oh. Not that folk. Yep, here comes a Zobme. Let's kill the Zobme. Oh, Mr. Zobme. Zob. Whack. Wallop. Thud. Blat. Zowie. Blange. Bonk. Fudge. Oh, yep, there's another one. And a witch. Great things. It's quite busy today. Busy, and I think there's a skeleton gold armor over there. Yep, there's okay, witchy boo. I'm melting, what a world, what a world. Now I'll get this guy. Toink. Make a little... Got him. Got a little rat bag. Oh, I can't stand it. I mean, I keep thinking every so often I should just pack up or tear down. Then I thought to myself, hang on, it's a It's more or less a local monument. Got too much bloody... Maybe I should get myself a dog. Another damn creeper. Yeah, sometimes you just have to go out and about and do some pest control. Whatever's going on there seems to be going okay. Did I get him? Yes! Smote, smote, I go. And actually what I probably should do is there somebody else around here? I can't see it. Well, I can't see it in this preview window anyway. Where am I going? Oh, that's right, I could hear them, but I think there's a cave just underground, so I can hear them, but I can't see them. That's looking quite nice. The mushroom field is going on quite nicely. As I wander around, just checking the fences. A couple of days back, I saw about 3 skeletons having a thrilling little party on top of Blue Sky's building, which you notice that he's now marked as being private. I mean, I'd offer him a golden shovel, but the last time somebody, quote, borrowed, unquote, my golden shovel, I never saw it again. And also, I noted that when I came back online after tying up Bisto the Wonder Horse, his lead had disappeared. Right, so as you probably noticed, I'm teleporting to the forge. Good grief, I've got more construction material than I know what to do with. I can't exactly what's going on here, but I can't help noticing that I'm very busy putting lots of building material. Ah, right, I think I remember. Somebody was asking for lots of building material. How much do you need? Just about everything. And then I asked to be TPA'd to him so I could give it to him. And he ended up having more than enough anyway. But then again, that's hardly surprising. I mean, stone and granite and cobble and whatnot, you end up with a surplus of riches, really. Nothing else in here, isn't it? Don't think so. Doesn't look good. I can't quite remember what's going on here. Got a few bits of treasure and a slime ball. Let's see, what am I to do here? /TP. Oh, that's right, yes, I was offering that chap a swag of building materials. I mean, I suppose I could create a few trade signs and say, here's some building materials of mine. Ah, the good old view from home. And he apparently didn't want it. But then again, these things happen. I've actually got to contact the governor, Desmond Shang, in order to get back into the Caledon server, just so you have a variation in sights to see. Although at the same time I could always, if I wanted something to do, charge myself with finding a jungle. Because I could do with finding a jungle, thank you very much. In fact, I don't see why I don't do that. You know, maybe I should. Just go back to spawn. I don't know if I use the /spawn and /warp commands. I can take my horse along if I'm riding him. I should really try that, I suppose. Except that most of my teleports are indoors. It might be a pain in the backside getting poor Bisto out. So anyway, I've got a lot of work to do. I mean, I also want to redo these floors, because they're in all the wrong locations, really. So I'm going to have to change them. But as you can see, at the moment, it's just a little too wonky. Because I'm also reusing materials. You can't, unfortunately, craft wooden slabs into steps. But as you can see, here's the trade signs I've set up so far. Now, I've seen $50 being charged for a stack of 10 obsidian. I'm charging about $150 for a full stack. You can also pay me $300 and get yourself an ender chest, and the sign next to it is potions of water breathing that last for about 8 minutes. This is really just me learning to do things, but I think later on I'll make up signs for foodstuffs, especially my lovely tasty pumpkin pies, and anything else that I can cook up. I probably will be cooking up a lot, but as you can see, the way things work is that you pay me the money, you get one potion, which is 373, with a data value of, well, that one there. So I've actually had to lose 2 of them. Fortunately, thanks to a well-placed witch, I managed to get 2 potions of water breathing, one of which is being used as a sign, but I'm beginning to suspect that it's probably not a good idea because people can't tell what it is from the colour. What I might do actually is see if I can get the name tag from something and put a potion on that. No, put it on the potion basically, so it says water breathing and you look at it. Or I can, yeah, as you can see, probably a good idea if I was to drop that down so that it goes straight from one garden bed to the other. So, got quite a bit of work to do. I mean, I've still got my enchantry to finish, really. But I think the idea is that there will be a few, maybe a private gate or 2 or something. And I'm also starting to wonder whether or not I should shut down the... What was the thing I'm thinking of? Shut down the auto smelt I got there. Because I used that because it was cooking down a heck of a lot of netherrack, and it was just cumbersome for me to keep remembering to shove a stack in. I mean, probably could do that, or I could just set up a second furnace for some short run things. Although if I want to do short run things, I can always pop into the mine and cook it down there. Now, what else was I thinking of? I like to think I'm thinking of things, but I can't remember what I was thinking of. But as you noticed, as well as an ender chest downstairs in the what's going to become the public area, I've also got an ender chest in the forge now, or the workshop anyway. So what I'll probably do is later on chop up all that fencing I'm using and replace it with glass. I think glass will look a bit nicer. But in any case, while I'm wandering around admiring my handiwork, it's time for something else. For some reason, I've been thinking about some of the old games I used to play, like Thing on a Spring and Thing on a Spring 2 and Impossible Mission and Strange Loop, which is what we used to call an arcade adventure back in the days of the Commodore 64. Hopefully this is actually legible, so I'm saying no to all cheats. And there's the splash screen. Virgin Games presenting in 1985, Strange Loop. 250 rooms of space age arcade adventure. Save the Earth. Even though the payoff is a little depressing, they'd actually run out of space since then. So here's our astronaut, but right now he's not able to travel very far or fast because this is a place of low gravity, very wonky. That's acid, by the way, that would probably end up killing him. And what he needs to do at this point in time is get a jet bike, which is one of the first things you do. So the way you get a jet bike is that whatever that thing is, you have to shoot enough times that it finally conks out and the jet bike is released, which gives you a bit more control over your travels. Here we go. And then what you do is you basically go to a selection of point A's, from where you are instructed to, well, we basically have to locate where point B is, and then you go back to point A, hopefully, and then you can stop scraping yourself full of holes on all the debris that's flying around. Because that's the thing, this Strange Loop is a remote factory vessel, unmanned, it's broken, things aren't working properly, so you need to figure out what's going on and save the Earth. That's the idea. Now imagine doing that in, or something like this, in 3D. Yeah, 3D. As in modern first-person zero-gravity exploration of a ship that is not your standard science fiction spaceship with artificial gravity and all that crap, but is an honest-to-God vessel that is built for zero gravity. So there's no real up, there's no real down. There might be a few markings to indicate which way up or down is, but most of the time it's you, your suit, and making sure that you don't inadvertently launch yourself into the threshing machine or whatever. I mean, basically it's something that could be created perhaps as an indie game. Maybe I should, but then I'd have to develop a more complex story, or at least a way of masking the hello, greetings from point A, please go to point B to collect this canubri and come back when you've collected it, which is fairly common when it comes to the old quest. And let's face it, it's a simple mechanic. It's the big question with all games is how well do you gussy it up? How well do you distract people from the fact that what they're mostly doing is going to point A and then getting a direct quest to direct them to point B or even point C before they can go back to being rewarded at point A. I mean, sometimes it's point A, then you go to point B to do your quest, and then you go to point C to get your reward or whatever. You're basically threading your way through the maze. Keep that in mind. I mean, it's probably something that I should think about in the very distant future. Who knows? Maybe I'll figure out a plot or a design and then select an engine. I don't know, probably the Unreal Engine or some other crud like that. And this video is slideshowing very badly. I don't know if it's just a preview or what. Probably is the preview. But in any case, here's point A. Now go to find the point B. I don't know where the oil is. Strange Loop for 20. Well, never mind. Anyway, I'm in Second Life again on the mainland. Been doing a lot of sailing, mainly because I don't quite know what to do in Minecraft these days. So I've got myself a boat, a Nemo 3, which I always have trouble finding because I can never remember what it's called. I seem to remember it's a sailboat, but I can't find the sailboat. But I like the Nemo 3 because of that big dial that you can see on the body of it. So here I am, I'm just going to go into the map and I'm going to make a selection of where I'm going to go. Or am I? But that big dial there, you'll notice, has a warning marker and a sort of coloured light. And what that coloured light and marker do is tell you which direction the wind is going in. Because this sailboat is not like the cheap ones, which are just basically a standard vehicle script with the flags here to say you are a boat, therefore you float on the water, but not on the land or something like that. Now this particular sailboat is actually a sailboat. You have to work the wind, and in this case I'm trying very carefully to tack into the wind so I can get around this corner here, and it's not proving very easy at all, as you can tell by the flap 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 of the sail as I try desperately to get up enough steam that I can actually spin the boat around to tack. But forget that, I'm going to use a cheat. Since I'm on the boat, I can edit it, and when I can edit it, I can edit its position, so now we can resume going east, or in an easterly fashion anyway. But in any case, I'm not going to be worrying about the strange loop yet. I mean, I do have a text file sitting on my computer that's basically detailing the basic idea of what it would like in a strange loop 2018, I'm calling it. But of course I'd have to work out plot, trying to work out the basics of a design, what it's going to look like, what's going to be fairly realistic. And am I going to be able to get over here? No. I think I have run aground. Oh dear. So I'm going to have to tack south again against the wind. And if you don't know what tacking is on a sailboat, I think this is called tacking anyway. It's basically zigzagging backwards and forwards diagonally with the wind or against it. So you've got just enough head of steam. Yep, I've run aground. Yay. Well done. But at least it's a challenge, because the waterways, particularly on the mainland in Second Life, aren't particularly easy ones to navigate. In fact, I got knocked off my boat, and my boat disappeared because I ran into somebody's band lines, something like that. So working out where I am, which direction I'm going to go in. Later on in this particular clip, you'll see me setting a target on the map to aim for, which is one way of doing it. There's actually a whole crowd. Now if you wonder what those red lines are, they're property boundaries. It's always nice to know where the property boundaries are. But there's a whole crowd who tend to do races through mainland sims. They do just about anything. Boats, cars, aircraft. When I've had the chance, I've joined in their fun. And you can see somebody's hot air balloons in the background there. This place is full of reefs. So we just crossed regions. That's another fun aspect of just driving a vehicle in Second Life. Region crossings can often be rather entertaining, particularly if you're moving at a decent clip. So I'm going to make a... where am I going to go? So I'm just seeing where I'm going. Okay, I've set my marker. There's probably an easier way of setting waypoints or something like that. But I don't know what it is. So what on earth is that all about? Somebody's pets, I guess. So you can see me closing in rather slowly because I'm not able to get up at much speed against the Second Life wind. I mean, there is a sort of wind element in Second Life, but most of the time it only affects flags which are made with flexible prims that are set to react to the wind. And of course, your Nemo 3. Now, with regards to Minecraft, one of the reasons I haven't been on it for quite a long time, well, for about a couple of weeks now, is that I've been pretty much inundated by work, and whoops, am I going to be able to get around this sandbank? I seem to be drifting. Bonk. I might be able to see if I can get around. Let me scrape. Fortunately, the Nemo is made of stern stuff. Here we go. Yes, we got a good rate of knots. Again, because that dial also tells you more or less what speed you're doing. The Nemo is not for people who just want to cruise around and look at cool stuff. You actually have to do a bit of work. Okay, next direction, please. Now, I think I'm going to... where am I going to go? Making my mark. Yep, okay, there's a little channel there. I'll see if I can thread it. I think I can. But a lot of buildings in Second Life, particularly on the mainland, aren't particularly good. What's going on in the Builder's Brewery? Interesting. It's a bit like being able to sail and having a radio chattering away. The latest version of Firestorm Viewer, by the way, has this neat function where you can actually snooze a group chat for a set length of time. So, are we going to be able to make it? I think we are. And there was a bit of a jiggle there, so we're crossing another region. Now, also, there's a lot of buildings, a lot of residential buildings especially, that are just too damn big. What some people call McMansions, because it's more or less what they are. A lot of people like the idea of building on the coast. Am I going to be able to make it? Yes, I is. Hop. Waypoint reached. Achievement unlocked. But it actually is kind of fun. I sort of buzzed around. One of my other ads has a jet ski, and it's actually a navigable jet ski. She also has a completely unusable free one, which just is wildly out of control. That's somebody's warehouse, paying absolutely no attention to the fact they're on a set of rather flat islands. That's what people do a lot of the time. They sort of, oh, I see, it's a luxury yacht. A luxury yacht house. Utterly vulgar. Now, that looks like over there. Is that a... Yes, I think it is. Okay, waypoint set. As we cruise with this cove, I think that's our way through. I think you can tell I'm actually rather enjoying this. It's almost zen-like, but it's not as active as, say, Viscera Cleanup Detail, which has undergone a few changes. But I think when I get back to Minecraft, particularly to Noirland, I'm going to take some video footage of explorations west of spawn, as I try and find jungle. Now, I don't really need jungle, but I'm just tickled by the idea of being able to grow jungle trees on my patch. Just like the idea that I could have a little slice of jungle all my own. Yep, there we go. We're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. The audience applauds. Now, where are we going to go from here? Oh, it's a nice big bit of sea here. I mean, one of the things you need to do is know where all the oh, yeah, there he is. There he is. We go to that channel there. That should do it. Just got to be careful, because as I say, region crossings are pretty dodgy, and at the same time, there's something nice about being able to just sail along. And the Nemo 3 is very well made. Well worth getting. If you're going to think about sailing in Second Life or anything like that, get a Nemo. It's also customizable. I mean, I haven't done it myself yet, but probably should one day. It's funny, isn't it? Last Second Life video I did, I think it was me piloting a rowboat through the canals of New Babbage from the Vernian Sea to Iron Bay. But in any case, we'll be coming to an end soon. So what I think I will be doing for Ecclescraft 19 is exploration and compiling, trying to find some jungle that isn't owned, and maybe butcher some some of the smaller jungle trees in order to get some jungle saplings. I'll take them home, I'll grow them, and then I'll have jungle wood. Anyhow, I think what I'll actually do here is pretty much leave it at that. Now, as a matter of fact, this video, the video clip I've cut short because what happened was I ran into the exact corner of 4 regions here in Second Life, and me and my boat went spinning out of control because none of the regions knew who was supposed to take ownership of the blooming thing. Hey, who's taking over this guy in his sailboat? Not me, not me, not me, not me, not me, not me. In the meantime, help! But you don't really need to see that. I mean, anybody who's piloted in Second Life has had that happen. I know I have. And the side effects are pretty easy to spot. I mean, you look at the coordinates on screen, and the next thing you know, they're spiraling either way above 255 or they're spiraling well into the negative numbers. And I'm going to leave it at that. I mean, I'm not sure. I might keep thinking about Strange Loop 2018, but I've got things I need to do. I need to finish off a fan fiction or two. I'm very close on a couple of them, and at the moment I'm just thinking, thank heavens for that. And there's one more that I can probably concentrate on once I've cleared off one or two. And then there's a writing project that I really want to work on that I never seem to get around to. Sort of a Tuscany Spanishy place. Anyway, I'm going to leave it at that, and try and actually get back to doing some Noirland minecrafting and quest for jungle.